Welcome to Estadio Matt Wilson for tonight's Monday Night Spectacular. Between the Louisiana Revolution and the Mexico City Aztecs, we have our full crew here tonight. Along with Charles Doherty, we've got Aaron Goodman, Rochelle Colston on stats. Ron Haynes is providing us his Haynes vision from behind the scenes, making sure that we get all the calls correct and give the officials the credit or discredit they deserve. Mike Daggs and Gerald Smith, who just gave a fist bump off the screen. Good luck to them. They will be on live camera here shortly. But Charles, this should be a fun one, a new South Division rivalry to get into.
Yeah, and they're both like you said, both in the South Division. They're looking up from the bottom. I mean, both of those teams, I don't think they're completely content where they stand in the rankings, in the standings. I think we're gonna have a street fight tonight. I spoke to both the coaches, Ramos for Mexico City and Coach Craven for Louisiana. I mean, I think they know it's going to be a big fight tonight, but for some reason, what they're most worried about is how Mike Daggs and Gerald Smith are going to behave on camera.
Well, I think you hit it on the head, Charles. Neither one of these teams is exactly happy with where they've been through the first 3 weeks of the season, but both have some positives to take away from this one tonight. 70 degrees, a little foggy, but it shouldn't affect your broadcast here tonight. Let's kick it. We are underway from Mexico City, and that kick is 3 yards out of the back of the end zone. So the Aztecs will take over from there. Jordan Sipe, pretty accurate quarterback this season. He's off to a good start, Charles.
Yeah, I mean, high completion percentage. I think he wants to get on the right side of the interception to touchdown ratio, but a lot of potential, and I'm expecting good things from him tonight.
That'll come later. My bad. Tommy Utah will start this ball game off. His 6th season in Louisiana as Utah drops to throw. Utah will fire. That pass is caught. Wow. First down to the 39-yard line. That's Cameron Collier making the play down the field. And already Louisiana with a little bit of a different wrinkle tonight.
Yeah, Cameron Collier, the big fullback, 260 pounds. You don't really think of him as a receiving weapon, but one of the things I was going to say about this Louisiana squad is their backfield is stacked. I mean, you hear Sammons and Grant halfbacks, but they also have two fullbacks that you got to keep an eye on as well.
Let us know how we're sounding out there in SFL land as we get this game underway. Split backs in the backfield. The handoff goes to Dwayne Sammons, and he is going to come up short of the line to gain for a loss of 1. Got hurt in last week's loss to Denver, 10-3.
Both of these halfbacks in Sammons and Grant are hard to bring down. I mean, they've got two of the highest break tackle ratings in the game. You got to get two people on them, and you got to hit them early and bring them down.
Second down and 11. They'll go to Chris Grant Jr. now off the left side, and Grant Jr. is going to pick up 5 yards to set up a 3rd down and 6.
To add on what I said before, when these halfbacks, they get tackled, they always try and leave a mark on the defender. And I think on that last play, the free safety, Jeffrey Daggs, got a little attention.
There's a lot going on tonight behind the scenes in SFL Studios. I love it. So many windows, so many things to talk about in this matchup. Now Utah on a 3rd down and 6. Fires down the field. Wide open, It's caught. That pass down the field to Mike Twinscrew for a 1st down into the Mexico City red zone.
Mike Twinscrew, the 8-year veteran. Great blocking up front. Plenty of time for Utah to go through every route. Take his time. He had about 10 Mississippi standing back there in the pocket. Gave enough time for Twinscrew to separate from the defense, and we're looking at, I think they're knocking at the door of the red zone here. They're actually in the red zone.
There's Gerald Smith and Mike Daggs, and Gerald loves that play, and he's off to a good start. Charles, this is the type of chaos we love, right? Back to pass Utah inside the 20, nearly intercepted, and that pass almost knocked away by the Aztec defender. That was John Osiris getting in the way.
Yeah, Osiris had his mitts on it, and I think Mike Daggs is probably screaming, "Hold on to it!" But you gotta look out for those linebackers because they know how to cover.
2nd down and 10. Louisiana's off to a hot start on this drive. Into the Aztec red zone. Utah will check it down. Collier is pulled down by his face mask. Our first flag of the night comes quickly, and it is of the incidental variety.
It looks like that goes against Mexico City. When I first saw that, I was like, how did they bring down Collier so easily? But the face mask gave it away. But seeing a lot of spread look out of Louisiana tonight with that backfield, hoping we see a little, well, here we go right here, a little bit more power sets.
2nd down and 2 at the 10-yard line. Utah going to throw again. His 4th pass of the night. That pass nearly intercepted and taken away. Leaping up high for that one. That was Gerard Brody, his 6th season as well.
Just not enough hops to get a hold of that one. And so far, Tommy Utah's dodged a couple bullets. He's got to settle down there and, have a little more patience there, trying to get rid of the ball too early.
3rd and 2. He's 2 for 4 for 58 yards. That pass to Twinsky went for 39. 3rd down and short. This is Levy Lease going in motion. Mexico City's defense trying to stand tall, deep in their own territory. About 9 in the box. They hand it off to Simmons, and he is tackled. TFL for Dexter Jackson will bring up 4th down, and Louisiana will have to settle for 3.
Offensive Player of the Year in season 21, man. He's one of the only linebackers, I think, on there that's going to be able to bring down the likes of that running back team when a solo tackle, excuse me.
So on 4th down and 3, the 27-yard attempt is good. And it'll be 3-0. Louisiana on top, 9 plays, 69-yard drive for Louisiana to start us off. And it brings up the Mexico City offense coming up.
And not a bad series there. They stalled a little bit as they got closer to the end zone, but I was actually surprised that they had so many spread looks on their plays.
Revolution showed something a little bit different, and off to a pretty strong start here on the road, especially for a game with an over-under of 38.5. I'm not expecting a whole lot of points tonight, as that return is up to the 33. A nice one there from Jacob Morrison, and that'll give us a chance to meet some of the Mexico City offense. Jordan Sipe, as mentioned earlier, strong completion percentage for him to start the season, 62.7%. That is 2nd most in the SFL. Morrison is in the backfield with Hall of Famer Ray Bentley and Buford Van Dam, who plays fullback. Wide receivers Jason Bartley, Doug Spelling, and Noe Terrasas. A light group, but a formidable one. Tight ends Bill Henry, Devontae Richardson. The offensive line over yonder, Sitlamina Asiotol. I should have looked at that before the game. And then Tatlani Supremo as well on the line for the Aztecs. Sipes pass is caught, taken off the helmet. Wow. That is Jason Bartley for the 1st down.
I'm going to go against what Mike O'Neill said in the pregame. He said they got to get the ball a lot to no Terrasas. I mean, he does lead the team with 11 receptions and 2 touchdowns, but you got to get the other guys like Barkley and Spelling, and even those 2 tight ends, Henry and Richardson, especially the tight ends, because Mike Daggs is no longer a tight end. So you got to throw to the tight ends all night.
So 1st down at the 50. Let's check in on Mike and Gerald there. I think he was afraid that would have been picked off. Jason Bartley, an excellent play there for the Aztecs. 7 minutes to go in the first, 3-0. Louisiana on top. Terrasas goes in motion. And that last pass went for 17 to Bartley. Sipe now rolls out, throws back across the field, and that pass is knocked away. Chuck Diesel with the deflection. Already 3 deflections in this game between the 2 teams, brings up 2nd and 10.
Yeah, we should have a bet for total deflections of the game.
What do we want to set the over-under at? Maybe if Hunter's there, he can set the over-under for us. 10.5?
I was going to say that. Wow, okay, great minds.
Synergy, awesome. Are you taking the over or the under?
I'll go over.
All right, I'll take the under. What the heck? I'll give us a little competition. 2nd down and 10. Off the incompletion for Jordan Sipe. Sipe will drop the pass again. Now he'll take off and run. He's got some space in the open field, and he hurdles.
Wow.
Is tossed down for a 1st down. Ends up getting 10 on the scramble.
And I thought that was going to be a sack in the backfield. He did hear the footsteps. Smartly took the ball and went up the middle. Didn't expect to get the 1st down out of that. And I'm not sure if he hit Bussey or Clem, but one of those 2, he just nailed it. I didn't expect him to get past him.
1st down and 10. The handoff to Ray Bentley, and there goes Bentley. He's got open field. 20, 15, 10, 5, touchdown, Mexico City. And it's 6-3, just like that.
Great blocking on the edge there, set up Bentley for a great run off tackle. Nobody touched him. He had a clear shot right to the end zone.
.6:14 to go in the first quarter, and Mexico City and Louisiana have both scored on their opening drives. Oh, there's the confetti. It's out. Extra point is good. Charles, how many times have you gotten a chance to sit and watch a game with an owner or a coach on the other side of you? It's pretty rare in the SFL.
Only during the conventions. And I, honestly, Cam, I thought there was something else in that cup of Mike's.
What's that?
I just didn't think it was confetti.
Who knows? I mean, we don't actually know, but this is what happens, Charles. You expect a bunch of defense, and then you get a shootout. And when you expect a shootout, you get a bunch of defense.
Whatever we say, the opposite happens. So there'll probably be no more pass deflections all night, and they're probably going to score 100 points total.
Well, that's why I took the under, obviously. Wow, Louisiana field goal on their opening drive. Mexico City touchdown on their opening drive. Ray Bentley on the first carry of the game for Mexico City's rushing attack goes 40 yards for the score. The handoff goes to Dwayne Salmons, no gain on the play. Will bring up second down and 10, wrapped up by Maurice Lloyd. This Louisiana Revolution offense features Tommy Utah, Dwayne Salmons, Chris Grant Jr., Cameron Collier, Noah Scott in the backfield. Wide receivers Mike Twinscrew, Adam Banks, Salvatore Napoli, and Reggio Dinero. Tight ends Levy Lease, John Michael Sudduth, and Taylor Gregory. Is that pass caught by Twinscrew? Tyler Gregory, my bad. And then on the offensive line, Odette Boudreau, Ray Lafayette, Sergei Katzloff, and Cole Katz to spotlight for the Revs.
And that offensive line did a great job for their quarterback. They sent a blitzer in, and they held their own and gave the quarterback plenty of time.
First down, Twinscrew's got a couple of catches for 54 yards to start. And the handoff goes to Salmons. Not much there. Another wrap up from Dexter Jackson, and the few times that Louisiana's tried to run here tonight, it hasn't much worked out.
Well, it's going to be hard running against those tackles of Mexico City, especially A.K. Jones. He is known as one of the best run stuffers of the league.
Aztecs are second in the league, giving up just 2.7 yards per carry through their first couple of games. Tommy Utah pump fake, now moves around the pocket, finds a receiver, caught, first down. John Michael Sudduth, the tight end. This is a different looking Tommy Utah tonight. He looks very confident with the game plan.
Yeah, I think the pump fake was just enough needed to throw Osiris off the coverage and give that extra space. Sudduth brought it down. Again, I love the fact that they're using their tight ends.
Right over the top of John Osiris. Utah is 4 for 6. First down, 4:40 to go in the first quarter. Neither defense has a full stop. 7 in the box for Mexico City, showing a blitz. They're waiting on Salmons. Salmons going to get outside before he's chased down by Dexter Jackson, the season 21 Defensive Player of the Year. Brings down Salmons after a 5-yard gain.
Blocking, especially on that tight blocking scheme at the top of the screen, was outstanding. They had a 10-yard gap from the line of scrimmage, and I think if Salmons would have cut inside, he would have had a much greater gain.
2nd and 5, toss play to Chris Grant Jr., and he's going to be stopped in the backfield. Maurice Lloyd, these linebackers are closing down gaps. 3rd and 6 coming up.
Yeah, Maurice Lloyd, he leads the team in tackles for loss at 5. Add one more, now he's got 6.
3rd and 6. Leads the 43-yard line of the Aztecs, does Utah. Will send Noah Scott in motion. Now off the right side, going out into the pass pattern. That pass, low and away, caught by Dinero. He was not touched, and he's not going to get the first down. I don't know if he had it before or after.
I thought he did.
Yeah,
I thought he did, Cam. Yeah, let's see if they throw the flag. I thought he fell right ahead of the marker.
But can you throw the flag if he got back up? And so
yeah,
they're not going to give you forward progress for that. And I'm surprised that Louisiana's not trying to go for it. They're just going to punt this football away, play field position.
That was unfortunate. I thought he had the first down all the way.
That was not a very good
I mean,
call.
when he first caught the ball, it's good.
So first down on the 22-yard line. But yeah, going back to that play, Charles, he possibly did get it, but the wind must be very much in the punter's face. We've got Haynes' vision coming in off screen here. We're going to get that on screen for the playoffs. Yeah, it does kind of look like he might have gotten it. Charles, Liam Ryan is in the way of the camera, but it looks like the ball was across the line. That is unfortunate for the Revs. Good call, obviously, because I think he got up and ruined that forward progress, but just missed it by a hair. Toss play now out to Bentley, his first carry since his 40-yard touchdown run. He'll pick up 4 yards, wrapped up by Gary Clem. This talented Louisiana defense up front has Brian Craven, Gary Burney, and Chance Wall. Tommy Welbrock, Bussey, Chuck Diesel, Gary Clem, and Blake Becraze, along with Slyn Shady, a very talented and deep linebacker core. In the secondary, Evan Arthur, Rolliman Hood, Dante Grimm, Tank Bennett, Nathan Blake, and Ronnie Shanahan Jr. Morrison gets a carry for a yard to set up a 3rd down and 4.
This defense of Louisiana is playing very aggressive tonight. Yeah, they're one of the better defenses just from a pure talent standpoint in the league, as well as Mexico City for that matter. So, like we said, it's going to be a fist fight all night. But maybe it's the time to, maybe not on 3rd down, but earlier downs, throw some play action, see if they can throw them off.
Sipe against heavy pressure. That pass is incomplete. Louisiana forced that ball out of his hands quickly, and Sipe could not make it happen. The Revolution get their first defensive stop of the night.
It didn't look like Sipe had anywhere to throw that ball, so I think he made a smart decision throwing it out of reach of the defenders, avoiding a turnover.
Mexico City will punt the football away, back-to-back punts after back-to-back scores. This is a little bit more like what we might see tonight. That is a deep kick all the way to the 21-yard line. So I think, Charles, we've gotten our answer in terms of the wind this evening. Very much in the face right now of the Revs here in the first quarter.
Yeah, that's going to definitely play a part at the end of the second half as we get closer to wrapping this up.
First down and 10 on the 26. Split backs in the backfield for Tommy Utah, off to a 5-for-7 start for 90 yards. And off to Sammons, and Sammons beats that outside pressure from Maurice Lloyd up the gut to pick up 3.
Yeah, nice play up the middle. They've got the whole gamut they can use here on 2nd and 7.
Shout-outs, Dan Tritz, Mojo McClain, Jordan Sipe. Wheels Off is here, Jacob Morrison, Russell Brazel, Merrick Itera, Takeda Yuki, Z-Bull, Mitch Gregg, John Bond, and Ethan MX2, many others. Gunny in the chat as well. Handoff to Sammons, breaks a tackle.
Nice blocking.
Wade Sammons, first down to the 38-yard line, and good blocking as well.
I mean, Sammons didn't run that way, but the wide receivers were really blocking well out there if he wanted to bounce to the outside.
They were blocking so well, Charles. Somebody may have gotten away with a little bit of a block in the back there.
Yep.
No call, but Louisiana will take that first down. .120 to go in the first quarter. Aztecs by 4. And off to Chris Grant Jr., and he gets 4, so that run game starting to churn a little bit more for Louisiana. Big opportunity tonight here, Charles, for Mexico City. If they were to win and get to 2-1 with the way the South has played out this week, they would be tied for first.
That's crazy. I mean, this is the black and blue division, I think, of the league.
55 seconds left in this first quarter, and so far we've seen plenty of black and blue, but mostly green out here tonight on the field. As Sammons
nice play.
Gets a
Look
toss.
at that.
Sammons, stiff arm, looking for the first down. Got it. Around midfield, right next to Coach Ramos. Louisiana's got another first down.
Well, you know, I thought it was going to be a larger gain here than what they had. Jeffrey Daggs really slowed it down. Man, he's got some closing speed. They got the first down, but I really thought there was going to be a lot more damage on that run.
Ball's at midfield. Mexico City, I don't know if the best helmets in the league, in my opinion. They've got the Aztec calendar as the background of their black helmets, as Chris Grant Jr. gets a handoff to pick up 4. But all of their Hall of Famers, Charles, have a gold outline on that calendar and their logo, which is really impressive.
I'm gonna have to pay more attention to the helmet logo. I can't see it from up here.
Yeah, it's tough to see, but you could, especially like Ray Bentley, Jeffrey Daggs,
good eyes, Cam. Wow.
Max Jackson. Yeah, you got to take a look at it. Second down and 6. I definitely wasn't fed any sort of information at all. Dwayne Salmons picks up 3. Set up a third down and 3.
On this series, I like how Louisiana is mixing up their formations, not going straight spread formation, throwing in some power sets there, and I think so far it's pretty effective.
It's the end of the first quarter. Mexico City 7, Louisiana 3. You're watching Week 4's Monday Night Spectacular on the SFL's YouTube channel, along with Aaron Gooden, Rochelle Colston, Ron Haynes, Tyler Falk, Chris Curtis, Gerald Smith, Mike Daggs, and Charles Dodley. I am Cameron Irvine. We are here with you on this spectacular of Mondays. Louisiana's down 4, but they are on the move. At the Aztec 43-yard line, the handoff goes to Salmons, and Salmons will churn ahead. He's got a first down. That is his 10th carry of the first half.
Yeah, feed it to the halfback. Hey, so Cam, I got a question about the Daggs and Gerald, Cam. When do you show? Do you only show them on scores, or if they start scrapping, do you bring them up?
Yeah, I've been.
Oh, there they are.
I've been kind of waiting to see some fists fly, maybe some spilled drinks, but yeah, always keeping an eye on them. That's they're reacting to the last play. You never know what you're going to get. Tommy Utah drops it off to Chris Grant Jr. and picks up 7 on the play.
I really like it. They're mixing up the play. You know, not a lot of, like I said, not a lot of spread formations, dumping it off to the halfback, running it up the middle. I like the way they're mixing up the plays from the playbook.
Second down and 3. 9:10 to go in the first half. I agree with you. 14 runs, 8 passes. They have been diversified as Salmons trying to get outside, but eventually brought down. See the goal? See it? By Max Jackson, the Hall of Famer.
Nice. These safeties of Mexico City are great at run coverage, and great example there by Max Jackson bringing down the running back, keeping him from making the first down.
Third down and 3. Hand off Salmons. Salmons not going to get there. Brings
Nice.
up 4th down. Wrapped up by John Osiris. More linebacker tackles. And I'm not sure that they are within Otis Boudreau's range. They are on the 30. I think they'll kick it. There you go.
I think her longest this season's 40, so this will be the longest for the season.
Otis missed the deep kick last week. Does have the wind in his face. That kick is good. And Otis Boudreau sticks it. An 11-play, 44-yard drive makes it 7-6. Aztecs
Not a touchdown, Cam, but you know, it's 3 points. They're only down by 1, and I think they've got something to build on. I think they're seeing what's working against this Mexico City defense, and I think this next series, I'm curious to see if they build on what they did on this series.
Hey, Carolina kicked field goals for like 3 quarters in their game earlier this season with Alamo City, and they ended up winning earlier this weekend, rather. So
you never underestimate your kicker.
Yeah, you just got to hang in there, right? You just got to give yourself a shot. When it's your time to shine late in games. 8:15 to go in this first half. Stats will populate shortly from our first quarter and more of play. Louisiana doubling up the Aztecs in total yards, 141-73 right now. But Mexico City's had the big playability tonight, which almost was seen right there with Doug Spelling, but Sipe a little bit off target.
Yeah, a little bit too much oomph into that throw. Spelling had the seam there, was able to. I could have had a pretty good gain. Hey, I got a question for you on the as far as Cam, as far as Gerald and Mike. Did you talk to them about product placement?
Yeah, I was seeing that. I no.
Yeah, they're showing labels, and we're not getting any credit for it.
Bill Henry, you guys, Charles is getting screwed out of commissions. Like, you really got to think about this stuff.
I love it that they on this play they did a rollout, dumped it to the tight end. That's a great way to start softening up the coverage of Louisiana. Maybe open up some more holes for Ray Bentley.
Mike Dags will like that. Hashtag throw it to the tight end. 7:50 to go in the first half, and the drive keeps moving for Mexico City. Hand off to Bentley. He's going to pick up 1. That'll bring up second down and 9.
And there's Slim Shady, man. He's one of the best in the league. I mean, we've got a lot of great linebackers out here tonight.
$7:26 to go in the first half. A tight one in the south. What else is new is Sipe will drop to throw. That pass is nearly intercepted. Twice into the hands of Tank Bennett. Could have had it. Will force a 3rd and 9.
Oh, yeah. I mean, hey, that goes to the over-under, but I think Tank wanted to hold on to that one.
Yeah, picks don't count as pass deflections, so that really could have been out there. What is our wager? Have we discussed our wager?
Oh, we're probably well past that point.
3rd and 9. Back to pass, Jordan Sipe. Sipe's pass is caught. That's a first down. Doug Spelling to the 43-yard line. First down, Aztecs.
It was a great route adjustment by Spelling. Just stepped right in front of the defender. I thought that was going to be another pass deflection. Looks like, let's see if we can see this on the replay. Just took the right step inward. The ball was placed perfectly by Sipe.
Jordan Sipe, quietly, just his third completion of the night. And it's to 3 different receivers, Bartley, Spelling, and Henry, all with a catch. 1st and 10, 6:50 to go. Sipe going to roll out again. Three of his first 7. That pass is caught.
Nice.
First down, Bill Henry. Now 4 for 8. Henry's got his 2nd catch of the night. Another Aztec first down.
Just like we saw on the Louisiana side, Mexico City's making some adjustments out there on offense, rolling out the quarterback, keeping the defense on their toes.
And this could be the most critical part of the game, Charles, because red zone offense has not really been the best for either team so far this season. 4 trips to the red zone, just 2 touchdowns for the Aztecs. 7 trips in the red zone, just 3 touchdowns for the Revs. We've already seen Louisiana settle for 2 field goals. That pass is caught by Bartley, his 2nd, and Jordan Sipe has now completed 3 in a row.
Yeah, Sipe is placing the ball where only the wide receiver can catch it. Look at that, right in front of the face mask. Perfect delivery.
Sipe now 5 for 9. Utah 6 for 8. Both quarterbacks have kept a clean sheet, although Tank Bennett had the best opportunity to pick just a few plays ago. First down at the 17-yard line of Louisiana. Sipe going to roll out again. Sipe fires down the field, caught by Henry. His 3rd catch. The tight end's busy tonight, especially Bill Henry.
Yeah, the Louisiana defense has got to do something here to stop this moving down the field. They haven't done anything really to stop it, with the exception of a pass deflection.
74 and rising here for the Monday Night Spectacular. Ratings are up across the league. Thank you, SFL Nation, for supporting the product, as Ray Bentley is going to be ushered out of bounds despite the stiff arm. Shady saved a touchdown.
Yeah, I definitely did. he's strong, and Bentley tried to stiff arm him, but Shady wasn't having any of that.
2nd and goal. The Revs defense coming into the game had only allowed 4 touchdowns on their opponent's 8 red zone trips. 5:12 to go in the first half. 5 on the line. Handoff up the gut. It's Bentley. He is picked up and thrown down at the goal line by Gary Clem. 3rd down.
And that's a good spot too, because Clem was right there, delivered it about a foot before the goal line, and just leveled the running back.
4:50 to go. Points at a premium tonight. Can Louisiana get the stop? Hand off Bentley. Got him in the backfield. Wow. Stuffed by Chuck Diesel. 4th and goal.
Holy smokes. And coming into this game, he's tied with Dante Grimm, the free safety, for most tackles. Now he's got, I think, 22, 24 all season.
So a chip shot, 19-yard field goal coming up for Chaz Blackwater. Will make it 10-6. As that field goal is good. There's Gerald reacting to the goal line stand. 12 plays, 77-yard drive. Makes it 10-6 Aztecs. We get a ball game.
Yeah, Gerald should be happy. I mean, his defense made the adjustments there on the goal line and had a really, really strong stand. Kept a very hot running game of Mexico City, stopped them dead in their tracks.
And back to some Haynes vision here on the stuff. Man, that helmet almost across the goal line, but nothing else came close. What a stick from Gary Clem and others. Oh, look, here's Mike Twinscrew on the kick return. Past the 40. Oh, what a block! Twinscrew all the way down to the Aztec 44-yard line before ushered out of bounds by wide receiver Corey Ivy. Wow,
I don't know how they stay in bounds, Cam.
I don't either. He was almost gone.
Mike is just dancing there right next to the paint. I don't know how he does it. Great balance. Let's see if he does stay in. Oh, that was close. Not the best angle, but that was a great return by Mike Twinscrew.
To the Aztec 44-yard line. I think he's safe, but
yep.
that helps an offense, Charles, that has struggled to put points on the board. I mean, anytime you can get a short field, that's a huge boost.
Yeah, when you see your defense out there balling out, it's definitely gonna. I think it's gonna move on to the offensive squad. They got to show as well.
Sudduth goes in motion. 4:11 to go in the first half. They'll hand it off to Salmons up the gut. A pickup of 3. It is, there is some positive, Charles. Even though Salmons is only averaging 3 yards a carry, as is Chris Grant Jr. They're running up the gut against the linebackers, blitzing from the outside. It's been effective.
I think this is a good time to do a play action against this defense. 2nd
and 7, 8. In and around the box. They run right at him again. Chris Grant Jr.
Or they can do that.
Yeah, picks up a long 44 on 44 crime there. Will set up a 3rd down and short.
Yeah. Yeah, this running back core of Salmons and Grant, like I said, they're hard to bring down. And I think, getting hit straight on for 4 quarters at the end of the 4th, the defense is going to be gassed.
Good point. Toss, 3rd down and 3. Salmons. Oh, it's going to break. Salmons, get out of his way. He's going to throw you aside to the 29-yard line. 1st down.
Yeah, I mean, that right there, break tackle and break a jaw on that one. Holy smokes.
That was Merrick Itera. That is not easy to do.
Is there a dentist in the house?
Yeah, he lost at least a couple teeth. Gerald's about to see it.
Yep.
1st down, Louisiana. Lord knows what they're saying. They'll tell us on the pregame show next week. Chris Grant Jr. gets a block. Itera has to chase him down from behind to the 16-yard line. Forget the 4th quarter, Charles. Mexico City getting worn down at the end of the 1st half.
Yeah, I mean, they're getting hit in the mouth, and it's time for Mexico City defense to respond, just like Louisiana did on that goal line stand. They got to do something to stop this running attack of Louisiana.
First down and 10, 2:33 to go in the first half. Split backs in the backfield, and they'll hand it off to Salmons. He'll get 3 more, and Louisiana just keeps plugging away.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to wear you out. I mean, only 3 yards there, but that was a battle getting those 3 yards.
2nd down and 7. I should sound better now. Handoff goes to Chris Grant Jr. Jr.'s got a 1st and goal. Apologies to the audience. Windows is automatically lowering my microphone, which is wreaking havoc on me. People smarter than me will let me know how to fix that later, but we're going to power through. 2-minute warning, 10-6, but Louisiana is pushing around Mexico City towards the end of this first half.
They're in a great position here, Cam. I mean, they don't have to, I don't think they have to change anything. Just keep running it up the gut.
First and goal at the 5-yard line. The handoff goes to Salmons, and Salmons is wrapped up almost immediately by Osiris, another linebacker tackle tonight. And right now, Charles, that is, by our count, 19 tackles made by linebackers in this game so far.
That's amazing. That's amazing. Let's see if Mexico City can hold their own here.
Handoff, Salmons. Salmons is crushed. Maurice Lloyd, another linebacker stop, 3rd and goal.
Yeah, she just went in there with reckless abandon, just threw her whole body in there to bring that halfback down.
Back to pass. Utah fires end zone, incomplete, and the Aztecs get yet another stop in the red zone.
It's just like a mirror image of the last series we saw. What great defense we're seeing tonight, especially around the goal line.
So a 21-yard field goal attempt for Louisiana's Otis Boudreau will make it 10-9. And it's good. We have a 1-point game again.
Yeah, how much did that last drive take? I don't think either of these teams have been moving the ball downfield too quickly, except with the exception of that one run by Bentley, that long touchdown run. I don't know if a minute's enough to put points on the board.
To your point, Charles, that is the 3rd straight 10-plus play drive. All of them have resulted in field goals.
Crazy. A street fight, Cam.
It certainly is. And Mexico City will start on the 20.
To add to my point earlier, I wouldn't necessarily be upset if they tried to keep running, because, the secondary of Louisiana is hungry, and the one thing you don't want to do is get the ball back in their hands with some time on the clock, especially when you're deep in your own territory.
1st down and 10 at the 20-yard line. 1:11 left, all 3 timeouts. That was nearly a broken play from the start. The pitch nearly hit the lineman. Bentley lost a yard.
Yeah, the outside blocker didn't hold their own, and Bentley didn't have the right lane to take and just had to, ran into the blocker, and it was just a disaster.
Jordan Sipe. Deep shot. Incomplete. And it brings up 3rd and 11.
Man, Sipe put some heat on that ball. I think Spelling has got to count his fingers. He might be missing a couple.
46 seconds left. 3rd and 11.
Ooh, they're sending him.
Sipe's pass caught at the 32-yard line. 1st down. No timeout, but it at least keeps the ball out of Louisiana's hands.
Wow, Sipe just threw it into the mailbox there. Not a lot of room to get it to the wide receiver. Great catch, too. That was a one-handed catch.
So 30 seconds left. Mexico City content to take a 1-point lead into the locker room, it would appear. Chris Curtis and Tyler Falk have your halftime report coming up as Sipe drops the throw and is going to be sacked for the first time tonight. And that may bring us to the end of the first half. That sack made by Chance Wall in the backfield.
Yeah, that's his 2nd sack of the season. I think then that leads the team.
And that is the end of a spectacular first half of play. Louisiana 9, Mexico City 10. What did you think of that first half, Charles?
I think it was just as we build it at the top of the call. I mean, it's a street fight. I hate to keep overusing that word, but a lot of running, a lot of hitting, great defense on both sides of the ball. We saw some great goal line stands. And I'm also going to add, you haven't seen any mistakes at all. Haven't seen any fumbles. No interceptions, to my recollection. So it's been a pretty clean game, but a lot of black and blue players out there.
Here's a look at some first half numbers and some first half snapshots as well. Ray Bentley, 7 carries, 44 yards, but 40 of them came on the touchdown run. That's right. He has done nothing since then, and that's part of the reason why Louisiana's only down 1.
Yeah, the linebackers on both sides are putting on a tackling clinic.
Well, it's now time for the APM Music Halftime Report. Louisiana down 9-10. We send it over to Chris Curtis and Tyler Falk in the studios. Boys, take it away.
And with that, it is 10-9. Mexico City has the lead over the Louisiana Revolution. Chris Curtis, Tyler Falk in the studio for the APM Music Halftime Report. And Tyler, a defensive battle, which is more or less what we expected, but it didn't look that way at the start of things.
No, we got off to a real quick start. Mexico City was able to drive down the field to get their lone score of the ball game with a nice Ray Bentley touchdown. But ever since then, we've now seen these secondaries and linebacking cores really take a big stab at things and really try and control this football game. And for the most part, Louisiana has tried to play to their strengths. They've been trying to ram the football through the middle of that field, with Salmons and Grant combining for a total of 24 rushes compared to only 9 pass attempts from Tommy Utah. And while it's got them into scoring range, it's only resulted in field goals. They only find themselves down by 1. That's a massive credit to Mexico City's defense shoring up at the right time. But it's not the full, all right, we're going to run the football. It's going to be a complete and destructive game plan for our opponents. It's been more held in check. And so what is going to happen in the second half is we might have to see Louisiana back off a little bit from Tommy Utah. And I have to say, I've been pretty impressed with this wide receiving core from Louisiana, led by returning Rev Mike Twinscrew back to the fold from Canton, who's done a pretty good job tonight. 2 receptions, around 50, 55 yards here tonight. So it all depends on whether or not Louisiana is able to make that second half adjustment, or Mexico City is able to say, you know what, we've got Louisiana right where we want them. Now we turn on the gas.
Yeah, I mean, you mentioned Twinscrew. He had the really good kickoff return toward the end of the first half as well. So that started them off on the right foot. Hopefully they get more of that from him. And let's move away from Mexico City for a bit. We've enjoyed the entertainment from Mike Daggs and Gerald Smith on the external camera. That's been enjoyable for sure. But getting away from that, we are a third of the way through the season at the end of this game. And it's hard to believe how quickly it's gone already. But I want to touch base with you on one of the more outlier topics that we may not normally focus on this early in the season. But I want to hear who your 33% MVPs are.
33% MVPs. Okay. Coming into this week, I had a pretty good idea. I already said last week I've got my MVP. I've got my leading MVP candidate in Gabriel Manning. And it's largely hold true, except here comes Logan Lee back into the fold and completely dismantling of Vancouver this past weekend. The only issue I've got with Logan Lee's numbers is all 3 of his touchdowns came within 10 yards of the end zone. There wasn't really too much break in a lot of his runs. He did have a long at 26 this past week versus Vancouver. He did have a long at 21 against Baltimore. He did have a long at 25 against Indy back in week 2. But now it's becoming more inevitable that if Logan can keep up this production, over 100 yards of production, he fell off a little bit versus Indy in week 2, but if he keeps it up and maintains this production, he might be challenging, which is the all-important wide receiver for Tulsa, Gabriel Manning. And the big reason why Gabriel Manning is still my number 1 MVP candidate is because Logan Lee's got a team around him that has gotten Kent in some really good opportunities for him to score. And while that's a great thing for him to boost his numbers, Gabriel Manning's had to do a lot more on his lonesome. He's been targeted a lot more in his lonesome in Tulsa rather than Logan Lee, who's had to share the backfield. So I'm still giving it to Gabriel Manning here. Logan Lee's a close second.
Okay, fair enough. And you talk about Tulsa and where they're at. And yeah, Gabriel Manning's getting a lot more of those opportunities. They took a step back, though, a decided step back against Seattle this week, which we heard about on This Week in the SFL earlier before this game started. And moving to our last topic of this halftime report, we know that Canton and DC are your top 2 teams right now. I don't think there's any real debate to that as of right now. However, what I want to ask you about is 2, maybe 3 teams that can define the best of the rest in the SFL at this point.
Well, I'm hard pressed to especially when Baltimore was winning their championships. I was hard pressed to say, Baltimore should be anywhere but number 1 because they're the past season champions. And I was like that for the first 3 weeks of the season, thinking, all right, after a couple of weeks, Canton's going to be figured out. They come in again and again. They have yet to give up 10 points a week. Canton is really making a strong case for saying, who's this Baltimore in our division? just another team. Just another team we can go out and beat, and have already done so early on this season. So that's, again, Canton's great. DC, again, is showing everyone, they have this pedigree. They've been here. They know what to do. They've had some stumbling blocks in the past. They're going to have to try and get over them again. So, again, deservedly top 2. Florida's, again, it's still up in the mix. I think Florida and DC can easily be interchangeable at 2 and 3 now, in my personal opinion. But when you look at everybody else, Houston also took a step back this week, taking an L. Arizona comes with a great drive from Ashley Jackson back into the fold. Vancouver takes a step back. It's a very, very tough 4th place team. You're really hard pressed to find one team that really defines 4th place here. I'm going to say it's Arizona.
That's where I was leaning to.
Because they were able to show the fight back. Houston, unfortunately, they showed great fight back versus Queen City early, but when you play a caliber team, they already took down Alamo City. I was talking with Damon Simeon after the game last weekend. If Houston was able to take on Fort Worth and win, that division was all but theirs. Now they have a little bit of an issue. Now they allow Alamo City, Fort Worth, and potentially now one of these 2 teams, Louisiana and Mexico City, to come back in that division. So Arizona, my number 4, probably the best of the, not the rest, but the best of the teams that are fighting above 500.
Okay. All right. That's a good few options. And I guess we'll go one bonus topic. This was with no preparation as well. Your most improved team from last season right now, and you can't say Canton.
I can't say Canton. Okay, that's an easy one then. Houston. Even though with the big loss for Houston, they have come out and they have played very good football, keeping Queen City in that game. Again, I was on the call, so I have a little bit more read into that game than a lot. But again, Houston have played very well. It was unfortunate to see them take a loss. And again, you also have to look at Tulsa, who by and large this past season finished at 4-8, had the division pretty close again in a very, very crazy central that was. So Tulsa's done pretty well to begin the season, but definitely most improved is Houston.
Okay, and you didn't say DC, which surprised me a little bit. DC would have been maybe another outlier option there. So, but either way,
DC's always good. DC has great coaching. They always have great coaching, and so I can't fault DC from being anywhere but near the top.
Yeah, fair enough. Okay, well that's a pretty spirited halftime report. I like it. We're gonna get back to the Mike Daggs and Gerald Smith shenanigans, as well as Charles Doherty and Cameron Irvine on the call in the booth. It is 10-9 Mexico City at the half. We will see you for post game. Enjoy the rest of the game, everybody. For Tyler Falk, I'm Chris Curtis. Thank you very much.
Back to work here in Estadio Matt Wilson, 10-9. Mexico City leads Louisiana. Jacob Morrison on the return out to the 34-yard line. Thank you, Chris Curtis and Tyler Falk, for that halftime report. And hopefully we can get my microphone to stop being hijacked by my system, Charles. That would be great.
And did you hear Curtis? He gave me top billing.
He did.
To go back to the booth, Charles and some guy named Cam.
I like it. I don't need billing. I've had enough billing.
I tell you what a great halftime show there. Both of those guys, Curtis and Tyler, always look dapper, but I think Curtis hit Sports Clip on the way home today. He's looking fresh.
That's awesome. He liked that one too. Sipe is going to run a draw to start the half. Buford Van Dam did not have a single carry in the first half, which is shocking. Only picks up 2 there. Brock Bussey with the tackle.
Like you were saying before the halftime show, they kept Ray Bentley in check with the exception of that one run, but they also kept Terrasas. He's only had 1 target, no receptions tonight.
Sipe hit as he threw. That pass is incomplete.
They got to get Terrasas more involved here in the second half. I know that's part of the plan for the defense of Louisiana, and so far they've been executing it perfectly.
Third down and 8. Can Louisiana's defense get off the field in a 3-and-out situation? Sipe, all kinds of time. Deep shot is incomplete. Spelling thought he had the football, but then he got crushed down the field. Louisiana gets a 3-and-out.
Yeah, they only sent 4 in on the pass play there from Louisiana, and they went deep zone. And if you could have dropped it off, dumped it off, and you might have been able to get a first down there, letting the wide receiver run with the ball after the catch.
So 3-and-out for Mexico City, and they will punt it deep. This thing is going all the way into the end zone. Are you kidding me?
Wow.
Off a 3-and-out, boy, the wind is really at Mexico City's back again in the face of Louisiana in the third quarter, but Louisiana will have the wind in the fourth.
Yeah, that's going to be a huge advantage. The Tommy Utah so far, though, is he had a pretty solid first half. He no touchdowns or interceptions, but almost 67% completion and a 102 QBR.
First down at the 20-yard line as this handoff goes to Salmons. Lloyd, another tackle. That is Lloyd's 5th. Jackson leads all players with 7.
Yeah, Lloyd's not just tackling; she's leaving a mark on the players. I mean, she's coming in with vengeance.
8:55 to go in the third quarter. I think maybe we got my mic fixed. Hopefully y'all can continue to hear me in the chat, and I'll stop talking about it. Second and long. 8:45 to go in the third. 10-9, Mexico City. Tommy Utah drops to throw. He'll dump it off to Dwayne Salmons, and Salmons not going to get much there either. Hey, guess what, Charles? A linebacker in on the stop, John Osiris.
That's shocking. I haven't seen any of that so far tonight. I mean, it's definitely a treat watching these linebackers on both sides. They are playing to perfection. 7th
tackle for Osiris. There's the updated team stats. Louisiana with the slight edge in total yards, 190 to 163. Two offenses have both moved the football tonight, but points at a premium. Utah drops to throw and will fire. That is incomplete. Off the outstretched hands of Adam Banks, his first target tonight.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. Louisiana was hoping to continue on their late success in that first half, but this offensive drive just stalled.
So 3 and out for Mexico City, 3 and out for Louisiana. And the Aztecs will get the ball in Louisiana territory off the Morrison return to the 47-yard line. Chris Grant Jr. on the tackle. So you got Morrison on the return and Chris Grant Jr. playing defense too.
So just so I'm keeping track here, they kicked into the wind, correct?
Yeah, Mexico City has the wind in the third quarter at their back. Louisiana will have it in their back in the fourth.
Okay.
That's what we've got right now. First down on the Revs' 47-yard line. Jordan Sipe on a rollout. Sipe fires it down the field, wide open. Devontae Richardson, his first target, and another Aztec first down.
A very large man, 6'7", 255. It's hard to miss him running across the middle. Like throwing to a nose tackle.
And another hashtag throw it to the tight end moment for Jordan Sipe and this Mexico City offense. There's look it up at Sipe's updated numbers. And these are his last 10 passes, just ending that streak of 2 incompletions on that last throw. First down with 7:25 to go in the third quarter.
Doesn't look like Gerald's happy.
Sipe, throw, caught. That is Terrasas. Can you believe it? His first catch of the night, and with those completions to Richardson and Terrasas, now all 5 wide receiver and tight end options for Jordan Sipe have a catch tonight.
I said that at the top of the game. I think they needed to get all their wide receivers in, spread the ball around, and now that Sipe hit Terrasas on that one, he's executing perfectly.
7 minutes to go in the third. It's a tight one. We've had back-to-back blowouts, Charles, so this is intense. Of course, opening night we had Charleston or Alamo City and Fort Worth. That was a heck of a game. Sipe dumps it off. It's intercepted. Threw it right to the defender. That is Slins Shady with the interception, and Louisiana has a first down.
Oh man, first mistake of the night for either quarterback, and wow, I mean that's the deal, the drive killer right there. He stood right there, read the quarterback's eyes, and Sipe didn't see him. Had to throw over the outstretched arms of the defensive tackle, and just Shady was waiting there.
Slin Shady with his 8th career interception. He has been in the league 11 seasons, so interceptions always at a premium for most linebackers. That was a big moment for him as Louisiana shuts the door on the Aztec drive, and now Tommy Utah takes over. Utah will dump this off to Salmons, and Salmons gets 5 on the play before that last throw. Here's Utah's last 10 passes. He shook off a slow start, and he's really been great.
And he's been putting it in very small spaces all night. And he's also been displaying just how powerful his arm is.
Second down and 5. 6:18 to go in the third quarter. The handoff goes to Salmons. Salmons gets rid of one. Dwayne Salmons still on his feet. That was Jeffrey Daggs, the Hall of Famer, who he absolutely crushed. First down for Louisiana.
Yeah, I think Daggs has been hit a couple times tonight. I mean, but that's the job of the free safety, to go in there and then scrap it up with the offense. But man, he's going to be sitting in the ice tub tonight.
Salmons 47 yards on 18 carries. He's getting a lot of really just difficult runs to make happen in his favor and in the Revolution's favor too. They're almost up to 100 rushing yards. Utah drops to throw. Utah fires down the field. That pass deflected, looking for Banks again, his second target, but there's Daggs seeking revenge. Second down.
Yeah, he's not going to get phased. I mean, he's a cagey veteran. I mean, he gets hit, he'll get right back up and throw another punch.
5:47 to go in the third quarter.
Here we go.
Deep shot to John Michael Sudduth, and that pass is caught. First down. Louisiana moving the ball into Aztec territory.
It looked like Sudduth wasn't too quick off the line, just letting the coverage develop, and then just kicked it in as he went over the middle, found the separation. And great execution by Sudduth.
.5:20 to go in the third. Draw. Salmons in trouble in the backfield. And again, Maurice Lloyd with the stuff. A loss of 2.
Lloyd again. I think that's the 6th tackle tonight, and every one has left a mark.
Lloyd's 4th tackle for loss, and that is overall the 8th negative play in this game combined for both teams. Utah drops to throw. Utah fires down the field. Caught. Mike Twinscrew, first down. He's come up clutch.
Good route run by Twinscrew, but again, that's Tommy Utah just placing it where only the receiver can catch it, in front of the wide receiver, out of any area where the defender can deflect it. It's not helping me on my bet, but it sure did look good.
Yeah, right now the PDs sit at 5. So things are looking good there.
When I said that, it just went ice cold.
If you took the under, you're looking good too. 19, about halfway to that total. Mexico City not covering right now, but does have the lead. And another TFL, this time Evan Miller off the defensive end spot, 2nd and long.
That was a great tackle. And they needed that with the loss of 3, getting some momentum there from Mexico City, and now Louisiana's got to figure something out.
4:10 to go in the third quarter. Tommy Utah drops to throw, and it hit Dexter Jackson right in the face.
I don't know what he was looking at. It looked like he was looking at his shoelaces. The ball hit him right between the numbers.
Oh, heartbreak. Well, Tank Bennett had a heartbreaker, and you're just happy that there's another pass deflection on the.
Does that count as a deflection?
Yeah, that does.
When it hits you in the ribs?
Yeah, I think so. That's
a pass obstruction.
3rd down and 13. Utah on a rollout. Got to stay in field position, and they don't need a field goal because Adam Banks finally has a catch for a first down, and the Aztecs can't get off the field.
Wow. And Utah is spreading it around and showing a little rollout. Both teams have been using a lot of rollout tonight, and I think that's doing wonders against these aggressive defenses.
Utah is 10 of 16 for 141 yards. Twinscrew is the leading receiver with 73 yards, but overall, Utah's hit 6 different targets. First down at the Aztec 17. Utah drops to throw. Pass is caught. Twinscrew down to the 4-yard line. And here we go again, Charles. Goal-to-go situation for the Rebs.
They got to put some heat on Utah. I mean, Mexico City has a pretty stout defensive line, and so far Utah's been clean. They got to take away the time he has in that pocket, or he's going to kill him.
Dan Tritz was coming in just a little too late. There's Twinscrew's updated numbers. Louisiana, another 10-play drive. They have had tonight a 9-play drive for a field goal, an 11-play drive for a field goal, a 10-play drive for a field goal. Here's Salmons, and Dwayne Salmons is knocked down by Max Jackson right at the goal line. They are hitting tonight.
Ooh, I heard that from here. Holy mackerel. And they both got up. That's remarkable.
Woo! 11th play of the drive that started at the 20.
Man.
2nd and goal, 2:50 to go in the third.
I think I lost a filling on that one.
Toss. Salmons. Touchdown. Collier with the seal. And Louisiana takes the lead.
It looked like Louisiana was trying to run up the middle. Mexico City wasn't expecting that. Sending a pinch stunt, as well as sending a couple extra folks up the middle. But smart running by Salmons, just bounced outside, little stiff arm, and he's dancing in the end zone.
The Revs get a touchdown on the board. There's nothing better We don't have to talk. We just have to watch. He picked up the confetti and threw it. He threw it back at him. That is hilarious. 12 play, 81-yard drive. Louisiana now up 16-10. What a game.
What an impressive drive. And again, this whole game, there's been some showcase hits going on the field.
Aztecs on the return. It's Morrison up to the 26-yard line. Get the average yards per play. It'll populate here shortly as we get another look at the kickoff. To be this late in the game, Charles, and both teams be averaging over 5 yards a play, considering that we have had so many vicious hits and tackles in the backfield is astonishing.
I mean, only 2 touchdowns. I mean, it just, they drive down the field and then things start to tighten up when they get in the red zone.
If Louisiana gets the win, they go to 2-2. That ties Fort Worth and Alamo City. Houston would remain atop the division at 2-1 as Sipe is nailed. If Mexico City gets the win, they go to the first place in the South. Wow, what a hit.
Yeah, I think they've been going to that rollout well a lot.
Yeah.
On that particular play, Louisiana was expecting it.
Sipe now 9 of 18 for 141, has that one pick that he threw on the last drive. Louisiana goes all the way down the field, turns it into 7 points. That is critical. As Terrasas goes in motion, just 1 catch on 3 targets tonight for 11 yards. Sipe back to throw, nearly deflected, and the pass actually overshot, or may have even been a little behind Terrasas, and that'll bring up 3rd and 10.
And that was one of the only times tonight, with the exception of that interception, that Terrasas was open. Sipe just did not have a lot of accuracy on that pass.
Mexico City 2 for 5 on 3rd down tonight. This is one of their longest. Louisiana's fared just a bit better at 4 out of 8. 3rd down and 10. Sipe drops to throw. Sipe fires down the field, incomplete. Overshot his receiver, and Louisiana is really starting to steal some momentum in this game. Punt coming.
It doesn't look like he's as comfortable in that pocket. I'm not seeing a lot of pressure on Sipe, but it didn't look like he went through his progressions and just locked on that one wide receiver and tried to force it in.
The Mexico City offense, since the field goal that they got in the second quarter, has gone 3 and out, 3 and out, interception, 3 and out. And Louisiana's got the ball to start at the 17-yard line.
Ooh, I tell you what, though, our booth is doing a yeoman job tonight. The stats and also the pictures that we're getting from Ron Haynes, incredible. He's on top of it.
Nothing will top the photo that we received from the hidden camera on the field last week between Fort Worth and Florida, but doing some good stuff nonetheless. This is a short dump off the Sudduth, no gain on the play. Aaron Good and Rochelle Colston in the stats truck with Ron Haynes assisting tonight.
Oh, great. Now I'm going to have the giggles. Thanks, Ken. That was a great picture. That was an inside joke, so there you go.
2:05 to go in the third. If you're a part of the broadcast team, you can go to Game 11 and see what we're talking about. And if you're not part of the broadcast team, you should become a part of it. Simulationfl.net/broadcasting. That pass is incomplete. Now it's 3rd down and 10 for Louisiana. Twin Screw was the intended target.
Yeah, it hit his mitts, but Mexico City was putting some pressure on, and Utah didn't have the time to put any English on that ball.
3rd and 10. The wind in the face of Tommy Utah right now. Pass is overthrown to Adam Banks. So now Louisiana, the important thing about that is, Charles, is they're not able to flip the field before the punt. So now they got to punt into the wind for the Aztecs here late in the 3rd quarter.
And that last punt showed how much impact the wind is having. And I think to your point about the wind, Utah is trying to overcompensate on his passes, trying to adjust for that wind. Maybe he should have should have been maybe looking for some shorter routes.
Gerald wanted a flag on that last play. Morrison getting to the Louisiana 43-yard line. Going to be stellar field position.
This is the time of the game, Cam, where they got to put points on the board. With that type of field position, you have to capitalize.
Charles, narrate what they're saying right now.
They're saying, wow, you know, who was supposed to buy the Philly cheesesteaks? See, so you could have drove right over there across the street. Gerald's like, I don't know. I don't have my wallet. Where's yours?
Sight drops to throw. That was everything I wanted it to be to Ross's first down.
I didn't see the play at all, so you're a great play. All players did well, very well.
Listen, it's been kind of a tough night for me with all the stuff that's been going on behind the scenes, but that made it all better. Thanks, Charles.
I don't know how you do it, Cam. I mean, for the folks watching on online here, he had like 17 windows up and the game window, and he was still managing to do play-by-play. I don't know how he does it.
Somehow. 1st and 10, 1:15 to go in the third. 16-10, Louisiana on top of Mexico City here in the Week 4 Monday Night Spectacular. Revs looking for a stop. Sight back to pass. Pockets collapsing, and a pass nearly intercepted by Bennett. He tried to get rid of it to Bartley, who seems to be kind of his scapegoat when he gets into trouble in the pocket. But, wow, more pressure from the Revs, forced a bad pass.
Yeah, definitely. Revs did impact that pass. I mean, they sent a couple extra folks in there, and Sight got rid of it just at the last second.
1:05 left. Mexico City, with all this good field position, with the wind at their back, needs to probably do something with this. They are not going to be in as an advantageous position in the fourth quarter when the Revs have this very strong wind at their back. Up 6. 2nd down and 10. Sight back to pass. Sight looks around and overthrows another receiver. Both quarterbacks inaccurate here in the last couple drives.
3rd down here. I mean, this is if Louisiana can stop them, even if they put a field goal on. I mean, Louisiana's hot on offense, and you don't want to give them the ball back.
Third and long. Sipe on a rollout. Sipe fires down the field. Incomplete. And now the question is, they probably are in field goal range with this win, but that's a tough call. 49 yards.
Yeah, that is a tough call. I want to see him do it.
Wow, they're going to punt. That is surprising. With the wind, that is actually a shocker. 49 is the longest field goal. Wow, he shanked that out of bounds. Wow.
That was not a good one.
Boy, special teams is going to be a big part of this fourth quarter. I can feel it, Charles, because neither team has really executed all that well over the last few minutes.
Yeah, I mean, Mexico City had an opportunity there that they weren't able to capitalize on, and they may wind up paying for it here in the game.
1st and 10 of the 18-yard line. Louisiana with the ball, up 6. Utah drops to throw. He'll flip it outside to Salmons to pick up a solid 3. Louisiana, it hasn't been flashy, Charles, but it seems like every first down they get 3 yards. They haven't been behind the sticks much tonight.
Right, and when they have to get those extra yards on the run, they're just really putting it all on the field and laying out anybody that's in the way.
All this good field position for the Aztecs, and it's gotten them nothing in the third. Now, 2nd and 7, Salmons takes the handoff, and he'll get a long 2 there. We'll set up a 3rd and manageable. May get one more play off before the end of the quarter.
Well, if Mexico City holds them here, I mean, I think they'll be able to dodge a bullet on that last series.
Mexico City has gone. I mean, they've done nothing here in the third quarter. Collier is stopped, so it's going to be 4th down. Mexico City's total yards in this quarter, 32. And that is the end of the third quarter. Louisiana is in control, not by much. 16-10, another bloodbath in the South. We'll be right back after this.
The Simulation Football League is intended for the private use of our audience. Any rebroadcast, retransmission, or account of the game without the express written consent of the league office is prohibited.
Along with, apparently, Jeffrey Daggs, Gerald Smith, Mike Daggs, Aaron Gooden, Ron Haynes, Rochelle Colston, Chris Curtis, Tyler Falk, Charles Doherty. How is there anybody even watching? They're all here with me tonight. Punt is away from Louisiana. And this is a deep kick with the win now at the Revs back. Morrison will get the return up to the 36-yard line. That's where the Aztecs will try again offensively.
Yep, they dodged a bullet on that last series. The defense did what they needed to do to get the ball back in the hands of Jordan Sipe, and now they just have to capitalize. They're not in a desperate position right now. Stick to the playbook, maybe get a little bit more activity out of the tight ends. I mean, that's shown to be successful. I don't think they've been doing that a lot here so far in this early part of the fourth.
And I'm surprised we haven't seen more. I'm surprised we haven't seen more running, Charles. 9 rushes. Ray Bentley only has 7. He only has 5 yards since his 40-yard touchdown. In fact, the Aztecs only have 9 yards rushing since that 40-yard touchdown, and Sipe's pass is deflected and incomplete. They have fallen into a one-dimensional trap. Louisiana's taken advantage.
Yeah, they're running that rollout probably way too much. It's starting to become a little predictable for that defense, and they've got a defensive end and a linebacker in that lane where he's rolling out to. Quarterback, he's rolling out to.
2nd down and 10. Aztecs offense just trying to get going. Sipes pass caught by Henry. I thought he was going to be sacked. There was Brian Craven was all up in his grill. And Henry's got his 4th catch of the night.
Yeah, that was a great pass by Sipe in duress, able to throw a very accurate pass to the tight end.
On the previous play, that was Chance Wall with the deflection. Louisiana's defensive front playing pretty strong in this second half. Now 1st down and 10 for the Aztecs. 26 passes to 9 runs.
I think we're at 9 pass deflections. Am I right?
I think you're right. As Jordan Sipes' pass is caught, and Terrazas breaks a tackle to the 34-yard line. 1st down, Mexico City. That's back-to-back completions for Jordan.
And Terrazas is getting hot just at the right time when they need him. That was a big catch. Just basically bowled through the defender after he got the reception and moved the chains.
3 for 40 now for Terrazas. .856 and counting. Even though they've abandoned the run, Mexico City starting to put something together offensively. Just 3 down linemen here for Louisiana. Handoff against that soft box. Jacob Morrison gets 4 yards, his 2nd carry.
Yeah, I mean, like to your point, we need to get Morrison and Bentley more involved here. Not necessarily runs. You can also throw screens to him. I remember, I guess Bentley's known for catching out of the backfield and causing nightmares for the defenses.
Sipe, roll out, fires incomplete. Yeah. Terrazas couldn't make it happen. Tight coverage will set up a 3rd and 6.
Again, every time they do that rollout, there's a defender there just waiting to lay out Sipe. If they keep doing it, it's going to happen. It's only a matter of time.
Two for 7 on 3rd down for the Aztecs. They've missed on their last 4. 3rd and 6. Blitz, Louisiana. Sipe rolling to his left. Fires incomplete into double coverage. Now it's 4th down, and the wind is in the face of the Aztec kicker. Where are they on the field here? It'd be a 48-yarder. I think they're going to try.
Well, Barrett's got a pretty, Barrett. Blackwater's got a pretty strong leg.
48-yarder. The Aztecs need this. Kick is on the way and got it.
Oh, just barely.
Wow.
It got over the bar.
And the Aztecs Stop the streak of scoreless drives.
For a second there, I thought I was going to go wide right.
He just got that over.
Oh, wow. That was a big field goal.
Field goal is good, and now it's 16-13 with 8:11 to go in the fourth quarter. Doesn't get tighter than this.
It's a nail biter.
From the 5 on the return, this is Twin Screw. Had himself a night, gets it up to the 29-yard line. 173 passing yards, 106 rushing yards for Louisiana tonight. I think they'd be pleased with their offensive production. I know it's only 16 points, but the offense looks, well, A, they're healthy, Charles, but B, it looks a little bit more complete tonight. What do you think?
No, I agree. The good balance and also, minimal, if any, mistakes.
Yeah.
I mean, what else can you ask for?
Right. They've kept a clean sheet tonight. Absolutely. First down to the 29. Mexico City in need of a reversal of that as Salmons gets rid of Jackson. Salmons has 8 yards to the near side to set up a 2nd and 2.
Now this is gut check time for Mexico City defense. Like we stated at the beginning of the game, these hits are going to catch up to the defense, and it's going to be, their breath is going to be short. They're going to be sitting on the sidelines getting oxygen. The body can only handle so many hits.
Again, it hasn't been flashy for Salmons. 61 yards on 25 carries, but I mean, when they've needed him, he's turned in some clutch runs. Chris Grant Jr. cuts it back inside. Wrapped up by Daggs, but good enough for a Louisiana first down.
And what a luxury. Salmons gets to go, sip off the juice box on the sidelines, and you're not missing anything having Grant run the ball.
Grant's actually had a real good night. 5 yards a carry. 8 for 41. Giving Salmons a break every now and again. They move Collier from right to left. Utah back to pass. Oh, it was a little bit behind. Sudeth, incomplete.
That was dangerous. That was dangerous. There's only you can only go to that well a couple times against the Mexico City secondary. They're going to make you pay for it.
16-13 Louisiana. Utah to throw. Utah down the field. Caught by Twin Screw inside the 30. Down to the 26. It might just be the longest play by either team tonight.
Can't wait to see the replay here. I think this is another example of an insanely accurate pass by Utah. Look at that. Right over the shoulder of the defender. The defender was turned the other way, and Utah capitalized on it.
119 yards tonight for Mike Twin Screw. Having himself a night. Utah now over the 200-yard mark. It wasn't the longest play of the game, but it was pretty darn good nonetheless. Chris Grant Jr. now off the left side. Dexter Jackson chases him down, a 4-yard gain. Will set up 2nd down and 6. A touchdown, Charles, makes it a 10-point game. In a game like this, that feels insurmountable. Mexico City needs to hold them to 3.
Yeah, the way these defenses are playing. But I think somebody right now needs to send Mike Daggs a virtual hug. Because on that last camera shot, he didn't look like he was too happy.
2nd and 6. Hand off Salmons, and Salmons brought down John Osiris with a key stop. 3rd and 5. Biggest play of the game.
I tell you, though, both of these defenses, you get closer to the red zone and the goal line, they just start locking it down. And let's see if Mexico City can keep building on this so far.
2 backs, 3 receivers. Nickel look for the Aztecs. 3rd and 5, they need the 17. Utah against a 4-man rush. Almost sacked. Pass is over the head of Twin Screw. 4th down. Pressure applied. Forces another field goal.
That's what they need. That's what the Mexico City defense needed to do. I mean, they put the pressure on, sent a pinch stunt, and the offensive line for Louisiana just didn't have enough to keep him out of the face of Tommy Utah.
Otis Boudreau from 39 yards away, 3 for 3 tonight. Boudreaux's kick is money. And Louisiana answers Mexico City's field goal with a field goal of their own. Back up by 6, 19-13.
Yeah, plenty of time for Mexico City. To your point earlier, I mean, I think they need to don't give up on the run. I mean, they've got the Hall of Famer there in the backfield that I think they need to make more use of.
Boudreaux kicks it away out of the back of the end zone.
Ooh.
And Mexico City has Jordan Sipe 12 for 29. Only has the one pick, but just ineffective largely in this second half. What do you do here, Charles? Because there's plenty of time.
I would kind of go away from the deep routes, just do drop offs. Let the Hall of Famer do what he does best after he catches the ball. You also have tight ends you can make use of. They've proven to be effective when you do target them on those mid routes.
Van Dam gets the carry. Henry is the Aztec leading receiver tonight at tight end. 4 catches, 52 yards. The tight ends account for 90 of Sipe's 182 passing yards tonight, and no back has caught a pass either out of the backfield. 2nd down and 6. 5:10 left after the 4-yard draw. Sipe rolling. Sipe in trouble, and he threw it behind Richardson. He just seems so uncomfortable.
I don't think that rollout in the entire second half has been completed. Any pass completions on that rollout.
And obviously, it's not
effective at the beginning. Go ahead.
Obviously, it's not the same play, but it's the same.
But they're ready for him on the outside.
Yeah, Louisiana has it scouted, and Jordan Sipe has looked uncomfortable outside the pocket. 3rd down and 6, 3 receivers all to the top of the screen, far side right. Sipe back to pass. Sipe looking around for someone to get open. Sipe's got tons of time deep down the field. Pass caught by Bill Henry down to the Louisiana 40. 1st down. Man, Bill Henry saving Jordan again.
That was a great pass, and it doesn't count as a rollout. It wasn't planned that way, Cam. It was a couple steps out of the pocket. Great blocking up front by Mexico City, and again, get it to the tight ends. They've been on fire tonight.
5 for 89 for Bill Henry, and now Jordan Sipe is over 200 yards. 4:36 to go. I think that was a hashtag. Throw it to the tight end. I think that's what that was. Hopefully it's
timeout. I don't know if he was calling a timeout.
Hopefully it's not a gang sign, Charles. We don't need that in our life.
Yeah.
Sipe back to pass. Sipe intercepted on a rollout. Picked off. That pass intercepted by Drayton Florence. Just a nobody. Not anymore.
My apologies to the Florence family, but on that pass, the quarterback did not see the defender there, that dime defender. Just snuck over there and just cut off the route, and just disaster for Mexico City.
1st and 10 of the 27. Mike now inconsolable as the Aztec offense reeling here, down 6. Now Dwayne Salmons takes over. He's picked up and thrown down. But another solid 3 to 4 yard gains on 1st down for the Revs.
Yep, the clock is their friend. Just keep running it and running it. Don't try and roll the dice. Throw it downfield. I always say that, and then they wind up getting, a 70-yard touchdown pass.
I was thinking that as you were saying it.
Thank you, buddy.
By the way, according to our stat team, 8 pass deflections, so it looks like you owe me a Pizookie here coming soon. Dwayne Salmons picks up another 3, 3rd and 3.
I have to check that. That is still under review.
Is that our retroactive look?
9. I'm counting 9.
Is it 9?
Oh, there's 8. Sorry, no, there's 8. Shoot. Darn it.
They're down in 3. Mexico City's got to get off the field. Handoff, Grant Jr. got a lot of space. 1st down to the 40-yard line. There was all sorts of room. Time running out on the Aztecs.
Yep, and the oxygen is at a premium for the Mexico City defense, trying to stop those two running backs of of Louisiana.
1st and 10, 3:08 and counting. 3 straight runs for the Revs, trying to run out the clock. Salmons on the carry, and Max Jackson saved Dwayne Salmons from possibly
running.
Yeah,
under
it is
3 minutes.
It is running. Louisiana manages it right. They'll only have to run one more play before the 2-minute warning.
Plenty of time for Louisiana to just run the clock out here if they don't get too aggressive.
Flip out. Salmons.
Nice pitch play.
He is stuffed by
Nice
Max
hit
Jackson.
there. Wow.
Back-to-back plays, Charles, Max Jackson's made. So now it's 3rd and 8. They do not have to snap it.
Max Jackson just delivered the goods on that play.
Wreck-It Ralph in the chat. Bazookies are cheaper on Tuesday, just so you know. Like I don't know, Charles. Am I right?
3rd and 8 with 3 wide receivers at the bottom of the screen. Approaching the 2-minute mark.
3rd down and 8. I think we may have lost Charles or something. Tommy Utah drops to throw, and that pass is caught.
Mexico City. This time it's complete in the middle to Adam Banks. 1st down, 2 minutes left in the game.
Well, Charles, two-minute warning. We're trying. 19-13, Louisiana leads, and Mexico City's got a 1st down. First and 10 for Louisiana at the 45-yard line. Split backs in the backfield. The handoff goes to Salmons. And Mexico City will start burning their timeouts. They cannot give up another 1st down or this game is over. We've lost Charles, so we're trying to get him back as soon as possible. Apologies for the technical difficulties tonight on the audio side of things. Levy Lease goes in motion. Aztecs have to get off the field. Handoff. Dwayne Salmons gets rid of one. Salmons down to the 37-yard line. We got you now, Charles?
Yeah, I don't know what happened. I just hung up and dialed back in, so not sure. I think Ray was doing something behind the scenes. I have to blame her.
That is the funniest new running joke. Dwayne Salmons tied now for the most carries in a single game, 32. It's been inefficient, but it might not matter. 3rd down. This is the game. Mexico City's got to get off the field. Right now. 5 on the play clock. Handoff Salmons, and he got it.
Yeah.
And barring a review, that's it.
Yeah, I don't think they have anything to review. I mean, do you think they're going to look at that one?
No. Maybe the ball was in the other hand, but yeah, it looked like a 1st down to me. And that's a wrap. Can you believe it?
Yep.
Wow, what a statement win on the road for the Revs.
Yeah, I mean, we said it was going to be a battle, and the 2 running backs for Louisiana and that offensive line of Louisiana, just tight ends as well, just did a heck of a game blocking and just enforcing their will on the field. And I think it just took the gas out of the defense of Mexico City.
You know, you called it. I just missed the hug, but that's nice among friends. I think you called it in the first half, Charles. Is Haynes' vision is giving us a screenshot here of it being a 1st down, almost his whole body across the line. But you called it in the first half, Charles, when Louisiana was punishing Mexico City and making those linebackers and that defensive line work. You said, look, when we get to the fourth quarter, this team just may be too tired, to handle this rough and tumble Revs team. And it turned out to be true. That was really the difference in the game. They moved the chains and the Aztecs didn't.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, great execution of their run plays for Louisiana. I mean, the passing game wasn't pretty. It was effective enough to show some balance. But, man, they really excelled on the run.
So the Revs will get to 2-2 as they take their final kneel down. Louisiana is, I believe they're off next week. Yep. Off next week.
Goodbye.
They will take on Seattle in 12 days on the road in Seattle. That'll be a big one. And then we'll be right back here next week, partner, for a late kickoff, 10:15 Eastern, for a special game as we honor Matt Wilson on February 12th. Honor the number 12. And Mexico City will be wearing Santa Fe Gorillas throwbacks. Jacksonville Kings wearing Tallahassee Pride throwbacks. And look, hey, Jacksonville's been a pretty good team. Can't wait to see them for the first time this season as Louisiana trots off the field. Victors tonight. Who's your player of the game, Charles?
I can't give it to one person. I mean, I've got to give it to that whole backfield of Louisiana. Salmons, Grant, and even Collier and Scott. I mean, it's Collier and Scott. They didn't get a lot of touches, but man, did they block. I mean, they did their playbook to perfection.
Just 12 rushes trailing most of the night. That was problematic for Mexico City. They just gave up on the run. Louisiana did not. They double up the Aztecs in time of possession, and that was really the difference in tonight's ball game. Salmons finishes with 80 yards. Twins crew with 119. Rochelle Colston, Aaron Gooden, stellar on stats. Special thanks to Ron Haynes. Charles Doherty, it was always a pleasure calling the game with you. I can't wait to come back into this stadium for the Santa Fe Gorillas throwback night and honoring Nat Wilson next week. And now we throw it to Chris Curtis and Tyler Falk for the SFL postgame show. 19-13, Louisiana gets the win over Mexico City. Thanks, everybody, and take it away, boys.
And welcome into Sim Football post game, where the Pazookies are always cheap 7 days a week. Alongside Tyler Falk, I'm Chris Curtis. The Louisiana Revolution come out with the win on the road in a gritty game. Tyler, it was close basically throughout. Mexico City had the lead at half, but they were not able to keep it.
It just goes to show you that Louisiana was fully prepared for this game coming in tonight. And I know I can't sing the full song because it's all copyright and everything, but Motor City was rolling out, and eventually rolling down into the hill, crashing off the cliff, and completely disappearing into the great abyss that is below and in Lost Town. So unfortunately for the Aztecs, they fall 19-13, and they do not take advantage, while the Revs do take advantage of a topsy-turvy week in the South Division and take home the W.
Yeah, South Division currently becoming one of the more drama-filled divisions in the SFL across the entire landscape of teams. So a lot of fun to watch throughout, and a really entertaining game. Just a defensive battle, and that seems to be the theme this week. I'm actually looking forward to the sequel when the broadcast takes place in Gerald's house, and the two flags are hung where everyone can see with Matt Wilson's jersey in the middle. But the shenanigans were fun. The game was more fun. And those two guys put on quite a show, as well as the teams.
Yeah, absolutely. It's good to see great camaraderie, and we all know Mike and Gerald just have this connection, just not just in broadcasting, but as great friends. And even though they were on opposite sides of the field tonight, they were still willing to put those differences aside, sit together. Well, some fan bases just they can't do that. You get a whole bunch of teams from hashtag border battles together, and it's almost like you have to be cordoned away from your opponents because it can be so hostile. But it goes to show you that this league is a giant community. It's a giant family. And yes, we want to win. We want to beat each other. We want our team to succeed, but we're still there for one another. And we celebrate each other's successes. We celebrate each other's milestones, and we congratulate each other on other victories. And we wish everybody well going forward each and every week.
Well, in 1 week's time, it is El Dia de Matt Wilson, the day of Matt Wilson celebration, the inaugural celebration on February 12th. Looking forward to having you guys with us for that. But for Tyler Falk and the rest of the Monday Night crew, Chris Curtis saying goodbye and good night from Mexico City. A good one. Louisiana wins 19-13, and that concludes week 4. Have a good week, everybody. We'll see you for week 5.